Right, I've got a feeling you're going to think that I'm absolutely crackers for what I'm about to say. But hear me out, guys, hear me out. I've got rhyme and I've got reason. Hi guys and girls, it's Usernamekate and welcome to a little channel update, a potential new bike update. Now, for what I'm about to tell you, I think you're going to think that I'm a little bit insane, but that's fine. Whoa, look at that thing. Oh yes. For those of you who don't know and are quite new to the channel, I own a K6 GSXR 750 in track trim. Now it does have a V5 and it can go on the road with a quote-unquote daytime or daylight MOT. And to be honest, it only comes out like once a year when I have a track day, or twice a year if it's lucky. And to be honest, I'm struggling to justify its position in the garage. I really am. Don't get me wrong, when I ride it on track I really enjoy myself, but I just kind of feel like it's dead space and I just fancy a change, if I'm honest. So what am I thinking of getting? Well, I'm on it. The GSX 8R Suzuki. Now, I know you guys are going to be like, Kate, what the hell? And I understand. Suzuki don't make the GSXR 750 anymore. It was one of the most iconic models, and a lot of people think, you know, they should be brought back, quite understandably, because they are amazing. But I've had a bit of a different idea. So this wasn't even a thought in my mind before I picked up the GSX 8R from Suzuki in Milton Keynes. Coming back from Milton Keynes on this bike made me realise how much of a practical, fun road bike this is. Now, I also got to experience it at the launch in Montpellier. No, it wasn't Montpellier. Where was it? It was wherever Monte Blanco is. Gosh, first world problems when you can't remember the country you're in for a launch. But yeah, I took it on track and I loved it on track. The only thing that I really didn't like about it on track, it wasn't its power. I loved its torque and its engine. It wasn't even the riding position, because I know a lot of people complain that this is a bit too upright, you know, to be considered a proper sports bike, which I understand. But it is built for mass market comfort, I guess. But one of the things that I didn't like was scraping the pegs constantly, very disconcerting, and it kind of like ruined the track experience to me in that sense, because I'm not confident enough to just keep scraping them, because I don't want to crash, because I've been there, done that, and it's not fun, especially when you're a self-employed YouTuber. So at the launch of this bike we had so much fun on the road. We were flinging it around, it was wild. It was quite a fast launch actually. There's a lot of that launch footage that I couldn't include because it got a bit feral, which is fun, I'm not complaining, of course. And then we took it on track and it was a bit annoying scraping the pegs constantly, but picking it back up from Milton Keynes, from Suzuki HQ, and riding it back home made me realise how much of a versatile, easy to ride bike this is, and it reminded me of why I enjoyed it so much at the launch. Well, that got me thinking. This is in effect a mini twin. So what if I actually get rid of the GSXR 750 and I get one of these bad boys for road riding as well as track riding? Maybe I should sell the GSXR. Maybe sell it for something like £3,000 with wets on wheels included in that price, and get myself one of these, because one, it's a brand new bike, it'll have warranty. I I actually forgot this, but with Suzuki you have a 3-year warranty, but then you can further extend it to 7 years with a service activated one. So if you just keep getting it serviced at a dealership annually, then it keeps the warranty going, which I think is good for peace of mind, even though, to be fair, in my experience, Suzukis are quite reliable. But just riding it back from Suzuki made me remember how much I love this bike, and I'll give you the reasons why I love this bike to the point where I'd consider ownership. So number one, I love that engine. I make no bones about it. On the V-Strom DE 800DE, love the engine in that, love it in the RE, love it in the 8S, and love it in the 8R. Honestly, it's just such an easy to ride bike. Another reason, I find it super low, super light, super convenient for me. For example, I was filling up at a petrol station and I kind of was heading the wrong way into a one-way, like, cause it's got a weird little system, and I clicked when I saw that the writing on the floor was backwards. And I was at the point where if I was on something like a Giganticus Triumph Tiger or something like that, turning it around might have been a bit of a, you know, I have to think about it, just hop around a little bit, you know, make me sweat. But with this, no, I literally just span it round on the spot, no dramas, super light, super easy. And I thought, oh my goodness, that was no dramas whatsoever. Is this what it's like for people that ride appropriate sized bikes? Maybe. But no, I really liked it, so that was a massive plus. I also love the fact that when I was filtering from Milton Keynes, it was heavy congested on the M6 as per usual. But I just went like this. Mirrors in. Weasel, 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 weasel. Weasel, weasel. And then just popping back out when I'd stopped filtering, which I found very handy. And then something that kind of really solidified that this is something that I want to explore further is a while back I was on a launch with my buddy Bruce, Dangerous Bruce from Fast Bikes. I've got all the time in the world for the man. A proper nice guy. And very intelligent and excellent at what he does. Sorry Bruce, I'm blowing smoke up your Ricker. Gosh, something's on fire. Whew. My lord. Oh, the fire alarm's going off somewhere. But yeah, sorry, I digress because I got distracted by the smoke that was filling my lungs. I suppose it beats the fruity fog, doesn't it? I suppose it beats the fruity fog. If you know, you know. Yeah, so Bruce was saying, this is before they even went live with it, he was talking to me about the plans that he's got. And he was saying that after riding the GSX-AR on the same launch that I was at, he said that he'd quite fancy like really making one of these bikes proper track orientated, and then they were going to do like a challenge, like try and beat a lap record at Cadwell or something like that. Anyway, since their project has gone live, I think the 2 series in as it stands at the minute, not series, 2 episodes in. And honestly, just watching one of the guys from Fast Bikes, it wasn't Bruce, I can't remember his name, I'm so sorry. But honestly, I know he's a racer, but watching him fly around track on the GSX-AR made me think, oh my god, this is a tasty little thing on track. And I know how well I get on with the engine, and I love the low down torque that it has. And I just thought, you know what, this could be a bit of me, this could be a bit of me. Of course, I document everything for the channel, like my intentions, my plans, how it looks, and obviously be actively filming content on it as well for the channel. But yeah, it's just such an easy bike to ride, honestly. Like, I just love it. I feel like you can work it if you want to work it, but also you can just potter and bimble and do it in comfort as well, because this bike is a comfy bike. It's definitely not the definition of a true sports bike because of how comfy it is, but if I'm going to be doing a lot of on the road stuff as well, you know, that might not necessarily be a bad thing. But yeah, I'm just speaking out loud. I'm just speaking out loud with some, you know, thoughts and some potential plans that I've got. And it's like I said, you're probably all thinking, Kate, you're absolutely mad. Keep hold of the GSXR 750. But at the same time, it's my life. I adore this engine. And oh, the doggy, hello. So cute. Smiling at me. So I think you guys might call me mad. But you know what, in my heart of hearts, I just feel like it's time for a change. I know what I like, and I really, really like this bike. I prefer it to the AS, and honestly, it is one of my favourite bikes to ride with this platform, with this engine in it. And I can honestly see myself owning one and being a very, very happy owner of this bike. So that is my plan, I think, and I know I don't have to justify it to anyone because I like what I like, and you know, I earn my money, I can spend my money how I want. Even if you think it's the right decision or the wrong decision, as long as I'm happy with the decision, that's kind of all that really matters to me. Watching fast bikes build on their Suzuki GSXR, it's whet my appetite. I want a bit of it. I'm excited. I'm keen as mustard, in fact. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments below, whether you think it's a good idea or not. Still probably going to do it anyway, because guess what, my channel, yo. And I think it'll bring me happiness, and I think that's the most important thing. Right guys, well thank you for listening to me waffle on about my plans and stuff like that, and I'll catch you guys on the next vlog. Bye. One last thing before I go that I forgot to mention was I was at a Pirelli track day recently, and I was on my GSXR 750 and there was a guy there on an R7, so we know that's rocking like 73 horsepower, and the guy was a menace, and it made me think, if you can ride a smaller capacity bike or smaller horsepower bike fast, I think that's kind of cooler and, you know, more satisfying than just being outdone by these bikes in the corners and then blasting past them on the straight. I don't want to be a straight line warrior. I want to build my skill up on something lower powered but maybe more torquey, a bit more drive out the corners, and yeah, just advance that way. Right guys, I really am going now. Bye.